Hey, I wanted to make a video, and I think if you watch this video, it proves that Flacco, when he apologized, it wasn't sincere. This was on July 18th, and I know that because that was the day before my birthday. And, I was like, hey, I'm about to call in and talk to Flacco and, pop my shit real quick. And this is his true reaction. This is before the point and shoot video where he exposed them. And I'm going to give my dialogue to it. Let's go.
Your mic, please. You're currently live. Unmute your mic. Click on *6 on your keypad, please, to unmute your mic.
Yeah, Flakko, what's going on with you, man?
Yo, man, name, where you from, and any critiques?
Yeah, my name is Marcus. I'm from Sacramento, man.
Okay. What's up, Marcus?
And I'm a Black American, and I think that you really undercover really don't like us like that, man. Like, we've been delineating, and I feel like you really don't like that, but you kind of move like a tether. And when I say that, it's like you grew up in America, you from Liberia, but like you like Tug Blood, and you like portray to be like one of us, but it's like certain things you do, like call us igaboos and stuff like that. And I feel like you really don't got love for us. You just using this lane. You kind of like DJ Academics. You use this lane to make money, but you really don't care about the people.
Okay, so you said about 5 different things. Let's try to break it down in 5 different sections. Okay, so the first section you said you feel like I don't like Black Americans. What's your proof for I don't like Black Americans? Because look, I feel like he was gaslighting me right here. Like I said, this was before the point and shoot video, and I didn't have hard press evidence, and I wasn't going to go back to his videos and be like, hey, at the 2-minute mark, you said this about Black Americans. But I just know from watching Flacco that every time he spoke about Black Americans, he had a negative undertone. A gang member.
Like you always talk to us with like a negative tone.
Wait. Because again, don't mix gang culture and Black culture. All right? Because
no, I'm not a gangbanger. I'm not a gangbanger at all.
Wait. Right? Because you said in your evidence was obviously.
I think he mistook what I said. When I say he was like, cut, and the way he just talked, like if you were to have a conversation with him out in the general public, you wouldn't realize he was Liberian or African based on the way he speaks. He speaks like a Black American. He'd be like, oh, cut, oh, blood. And that was my point. And he used what I was saying against me because he thought that I meant he was speaking about Crip and blood politics, and that's not what I meant.
So again, gang culture and Black culture are 2 different things. 95% of Black people are hardworking Americans who don't gangbang. So what is your evidence that I hate Black Americans?
And notice how he said, hate Black Americans. I never said that. I said, you really don't rock with us. And Point and Shoot came out with his video like 10 days after this and proved exactly everything I said. I never said he hated us. He don't really fully rock with us. It's just like, it seems like every time you talk about us, it's always with a negative tone, bro. Like, it's like some of us are street dudes, and we just do what we see. And it's like you vilify us. Keep
going back to the street.
But I don't ever see you vilify anybody from Liberia.
Yeah.
I don't ever see you vilify Africans, but you're quick to say something negative about us. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I just made a video about Godfrey about last week, right, where I went off on Godfrey. But again, you keep going back to street dudes. Now, if you have a question saying, hey, Flacco, I feel like you don't like street dudes or don't give street dudes a fair chance, cool. But it's hard for me to respond back to what you're saying when the only examples you're saying is, hey, Flacco, you talk bad about gang members and street dudes, right? Because again, you just said, hey, Flacco.
Keep in mind, he's saying all of this to me,
And there's footage of him saying fuck black people, fuck niggas, fuck rappers. He want people to die in the black community. So he's really gaslighting me right now, and I just didn't have the proof to back it up.
Cool. You be saying this about street dudes, okay? But again, street culture and black culture are two different things. Black culture is education, is inventions. Black culture is amazing. Black culture does not include gang culture. 95% of black people have never gangbanged. The overwhelming majority of black people don't commit crimes. So again, I'm trying to respond back to what you're saying, but you have to give me an example, okay? How has Flakko attacked black Americans? You keep bringing up gang culture and street culture.
I seen you say something negative about. I was watching a video and you said something about Tariq, and he was one of the guys that granted you an interview early in your career, right? When you were on No Jumper. Tariq came through for you.
So my question is,
I don't remember exactly what you said about Tariq, but it was...
No, I can tell you what I said though, right? Look. So, okay. So again, this is like my sixth time asking, what have I said about black Americans to make you think that I hate all black Americans? Because you're bringing up street dudes and gang and street culture are two different things. And now you're bringing up one.
See, and he's playing in my face right now because I watch his videos, but I'm not marking specific times like, oh, bro, you said this on this day. So, yeah, I feel like if he's really sincere and he knows his own history in his past, he would have broke it down and be like, you know what, I used to fuck up in the past. Just kind of like the fake apology he did. He wasn't even trying to, accept the fact that he was that way. He was he cornered me in the argument pretty much with, he wanted me to say specific times when he disrespected black people, and I wasn't aware of those until I watched the point and shoot video.
Person is saying, because I have a critique of this one person, that means I hate all black Americans. Do you understand?
I think you say it well. FBA is a hate group. I think you say something. I don't know if you said hate group.
Wait. Yeah, and he did say like FBA was a hate group or something like that, and he was over talking me, and wasn't allowing me to make valid points like that. But this shows you that he really wasn't sincere. He was really just, he don't want to lose his newfound crowd that he has. And that's why he apologized. He really didn't mean it, because look how he's defending himself. He knows I don't really know his history like that, and I can't pinpoint specific times in which he said these things. So if he didn't want to take accountability now, when he's talking to me on July 18th, what was the change? He started getting called out. This shows you, this is proof that he is not sincere and that he really didn't mean that apology.
Oh, time out though, right? Wait, time out though. I'm trying to respond back to what you're saying, okay? But I want you to first understand what you're saying as well. Because I go off on street dudes, I hate all black Americans. Because I have a disagreement with Tariq Nasheed and think he's a bigot, I hate all black Americans. I'm saying those arguments don't even make sense to people who hate me. It don't even make sense to people, right, who say, hey, Flakko is a bad guy, I hate Flakko. Those arguments wouldn't even make sense, because clearly me disagreeing with Tariq Nasheed and having a problem with him saying people from my country are born musty, with him saying there's nothing positive at all about Liberia.
The reason why I brought up Tariq Nasheed was because he was saying FBA is a hate group and that we're divisive and things of that nature, and we're really not. I don't have any issues with any Africans or Liberians for that matter, but he's playing on Tariq like, oh, I hate a guy I really strongly dislike this guy because he talks bad about my people. And I can agree with him on some things, but that doesn't distract me from his past and the way he viewed us and talked about us.
Culture and some other African cultures that he like also named. That's my disagreement, bro. I'm Liberian. Why would you feel like I will like somebody who said there's nothing positive about Liberian culture at all? Who says that babies born in my country are born musty? Now, again, I understand that you may like him. And I'm not saying you should not like him, but I'm saying for you to say that I'm wrong for saying, oh yeah, I don't like somebody who said that about my country and where I'm from. That should be my right. But my critique of that one man should not mean that I hate all Black Americans, unless you're saying that Tariq Nasheed is a co-leader. Because I hope, right? Like again, I hope that's not what you're saying. Because no, right? Like if Tariq Nasheed is one man, he don't.
And he's proving my point. Foundational Black Americans is pretty much descendants of slaves, and he's saying it like we're a cult because we recognize ourselves as Black Americans. So I feel like he's dishonest and he's not coming to the conversation forthright. He's defending himself and just having a casual conversation because he didn't know that he was about to get exposed the way he was.
Represent all Black Americans, right? I critique Tariq Nasheed. So hence, what's your evidence and your proof that I hate Black Americans? Because again, I do not hate all Black Americans.
I never said he hate Black Americans, so that kind of shows you his psychology and how he views Black Americans, because I never said that. He said those were his own words.
Right? I do not hate Black Americans. With pause though, I'm the one who said, yo, I believe in the Black Americans delineating. I support that. I support reparations. I support.
And he's saying that, but then they do have the video of him saying, oh, I'm not getting reparations, so these niggas shouldn't get it either. So he's lying at this point.
Everything, right? I am here to be an ally for whatever the cause is. I'm on code 24/7. However, because I critique one man who disrespected people from my country, now I hate all Black Americans. What's my issue with reparations? I don't have one. What's my issue with Black Americans, right? Saying, yo, we want to delineate. I don't have one.
I guess you don't identify with that, so you're willing to be like, oh, they need to go to jail for this, or things of that nature. And I don't see you have those harsh critiques for anybody else but us. You know what I'm saying? And I am a Black American, and I grew up in the poor neighborhoods, so I have more empathy for my people. And I don't see you with the same empathy.
Sir, do you hear yourself, sir? Okay. So if you
and he just glossed over that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, you don't have the empathy for the Black people and you don't understand their struggles because you weren't attached to that. And I know that just from living around Africans growing up as a Black child. Like their parents told them not to play with us. They looked down on us. They called us dirty. When they were at school, they weren't able to. They said we can't play with you at recess. I remember all that stuff. And that's the type of household it feels like Flakko came from.
You're saying, hey, Flakko, you have an issue with people from the streets and crime culture. We can have that conversation. But again, sir, the overwhelming majority of Black people, Black Americans, do not commit crimes, right? The overwhelming majority don't commit crimes. So hence, me saying, yo, I don't think, again, I have no sympathy for people who commit murder. I have no sympathy for like folks who rob grandmamas. I'm talking about those people specifically. I'm talking about a very...
And if he was ever in any Black community, no Black people go for that shit. No Black people are like, oh, it's cool to it's cool to rob grandmothers. It's cool to kill little kids. Black people don't want to live in those neighborhoods and live in those circumstances. But he didn't grow up with us, so he doesn't identify with us. That's why he's talking about it the way he does.
Very specific group of people, criminals. That has nothing to do with my love for like Black Americans. Like again, that don't even make sense.
So just throw those dudes away though. Like we're not gonna understand why they are like that. They come from those environments.
Wait.
You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on though. That's another conversation though. But you came on here accusing me of something very specific. You says, I have a problem with Black Americans. And then this entire phone conversation is, you have accused me of going at criminals and going at Tariq Nasheed specifically. I just want your evidence, right, that I hate all Black Americans because again, that don't exist, right?
He was saying that he started to change his views in 2024. This is 2026, July 18th, the day after my birthday. And he still wasn't acknowledging his past and how he spoke ill of the Black community. So I don't think he's sincere in his apology at all.
Again, Chud the Builder is a
the
criminal.
language that you use, you call dudes igaboos. What's that? That's a racist term to me. You call Black American an igaboo. That's like calling them. I don't want to say it because I don't want to cuss or anything on your live. But to me, that's something a racist white tea person would say. That's not something that somebody really cared for the community that you would say stuff like that.
Sure. Well, again, if you watch those live streams, if you watch even like recent videos, when I discuss criminals, when I discuss gangbangers...
See, he's not taking any accountability. If you call somebody the N-word with a hard ER, a jigaboo, a pookie, anything like that, you're using the same racial epithets that the white supremacists used.
That's a name that I refer to criminals and gangbangers. You know why? Because again, those are people who got no love, who got no respect, who got no type of loyalty and commitment to our communities. Those are people who make it dramatically more difficult for us to overcome. Those are people who are responsible for star athletes, promising kids, right, never making it out of those environments, right? Why? Because of what they bring to the table. Gang violence, right? Crime. These people make it almost impossible for us to overcome any obstacles. My fight is against gangbangers and criminals. I refer to gangbangers and criminals as that. So, again, if you have a problem with...
Yeah, and I have no issue with that, but when you start calling us these racist names, it make me feel like you ain't really with us. And that you just monetize our struggle and our pain. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, time out, though. You just brought up words that I call gangbangers and criminals. So I'm asking you, when have I disrespected Black Americans?
When he was talking to the Mexicans on No Jumper, and he said we all hate niggas. He wasn't talking about gangbangers. He said niggas. And as a Black American, when I say niggas, I mean Black people. Like, those my niggas, Black people are my niggas. Let's go.
As a whole.
I mean, when you say stuff like that, to me, I find like that's disrespectful. Like, all right, he don't really rock with us like that.
Those are gangbangers, sir.
Bro. Yeah, like you said, the majority of the same issues in the Black neighborhoods and the poor neighborhoods, that's every demographic has those.
We don't support gangbangers. Man, listen, bro. We don't support gangbangers and criminals.
Which is funny he would say that because he paid $2,500 for the box. And last time I checked, prostitution was illegal. So you picking and choosing. You have a relationship with your family member. He committed a crime. You're not on the internet blasting him. You fucking paying prostitutes and things of that nature. You don't have an issue with that. But he's so quick to ridicule other Black people who are doing crimes that are different from his, and that lets me know that he really doesn't have any type of empathy for the Black community, because if he did, he would try to come up with resolutions and solutions and not just tear us down.
Simple as that, okay? So again, I'm going to disrespect the gangbanger every chance I get. I'm going to disrespect the criminal every chance I get. That's the least we can do, okay? So, again, everybody here understands, okay? Everybody here understands, okay?
Right? There's Liberian criminals. We don't hear you talking about that. It's like you're not going to go and denigrate your own people, but you see views and denigrating our people, so you're willing to do it, and that's the issue I have.
Again, sir, who do I denigrate?
anybody, whoever the topic of discussion is, and you don't have any empathy or be like, okay, I can see this person came from this reality and this is why he's reacting like this. It's like,
so give me an example.
That's how white people look at us, bro. They look at us like we animals, we have low impulse control and things of that nature. And when you say things like that, it plays into those stereotypes.
Again, I don't think that's true. I don't know what. Okay, give me an example of when I've done that.
See, that's where he cornered me at because I didn't have a specific example. I wish I would have had the point and shoot video, but this was before that, and this lets you know he really is not sincere with this shit because he knows what he said before. He knows what he said in the past, but since I didn't know it, he wasn't taking up for it. He didn't start apologizing and start doing all that ass kissing until people started calling him out.
I mean, to me, as a black American, when I watch you, you do it damn near. If you're talking about a black person or a gangbanger or anybody, like, I know that negativity sells. So,
but if I've done it every day, give me an example.
Positive videos, nobody's going to watch it. So I'm not hating on you getting your money. But I just want you to have a little bit of understanding why these guys might be like this. You know what I'm saying?
But if I've done it every day, give me an example.
I can't think of one off the top of my head right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, listen, man. All right. Hey, listen, man. Like, hey, listen, right. So look, call back in, okay? And give me an example when you have one, okay?
It's all good, bro. I appreciate talking to you, man.
Yes, sir, man. Love, brother. All right.
That was the end of the call. He was full of shit. You know, he got me off the phone because I couldn't corner him with, you know, undeniable facts. So, you know what I mean? You could take it how you want. I just wanted to make the video to show people this motherfucker was not sincere with that shit. He just trying to save his newfound crowd that he got. That's what it is.